welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Scarlett, and today we are going to be talking about the history of A Cruel Angel's Thesis, sung by 𝜗𝜗, and we will also be talking a bit about Neon Genesis.
Shinji, crank that, soldier boy.
Soldier.
Neon Genesis is, in short, a mecha anime about a boy who's depressed who has to get inside a pilot. The opening sequence to the song, A Cruel Angel's Thesis, is sung by 𝜗𝜗, a Japanese artist that began her career in 1991. While she did other singles and other works of anime openings, she also mainly worked with Neon Genesis by doing not only A Cruel Angel's Thesis, but the outro for the end of Evangelion, which is the movie of Neon Genesis. Once Neon Genesis was released, A Cruel Angel's Thesis reached all-time popularity in Japan, reaching number 7 in multiple times on Oricon's charts. And though a song takes a lot of time to do, A Cruel Angel's Thesis might have seemed like it took a while to do all the lyrics and everything, but it only took a couple of days. Takahashi's manager saw the first 2 episodes of Neon Genesis,
sped through them like double times 2 speed,
and then went over to Takahashi, and they're like, as long as it's philosophical, do what you like. And that's how A Cruel Angel's Thesis was made. Now, what was happening in America at that time? Well, in 1995 in America, anime was at a mainstream and at all-time high in America. People were watching Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon, and so it was a perfect time for an anime like Neon Genesis to release. Especially since anime was always on TVs, on Cartoon Networks, on the Adult Swim, Nickelodeon late-night episodes as well. Quickly, A Cruel Angel's Thesis gained much popularity in America, especially due to its complex nature of the show, of God versus scientific advancements, along with other topics like religion. Another historical thing is religion. Now, religion has dated back from hundreds to thousands of millions of years, but Neon Genesis mainly has Christianity and Judaism based inside the show. Multiple ideas show up. For example, the angels. The angels in the Christian Bible are seen as these guiders and these helpers, and they assist humans in worship God. But in Neon Genesis, that's not quite it. They're shown as these malevolent characters that try to destroy Tokyo 3, aka the world. Many of these angels hold ideas from Judaism and Christianity ideologies. Another example relating back to Christians are the Evas. Evangelions are also known as Evas, just so you know. Another example is the Evas being known as saviors, unlike the angels are. The Evas are a bioorganism, giant humanoid creature. The term Evangelion in Greek is gospel or good news, which refers to the good news Jesus gives to his followers. Even some things are so blatantly obvious to see, such as Lilith, one of the angels. Even the visual depiction of Lilith being forced onto a cross with pins in her hand, which relates to the crucifixion of Christ. And the Lance of Longus, example of the Holy Lance that pierced Jesus' side. While the anime was great, it did cause, and still does to this day, cause quite a lot of controversy between man and God, and science and God, and if, it was portrayed in the right way of acceptance, etc. Another historical issue that's present in Japan and America is talking about emotional and mental health. Japan is quiet when it comes to certain personal topics, such as your health or emotional struggles, which can be seen as a taboo topic to talk with people. And many people struggle with this as well. So Neon Genesis created A Cruel Angel's Thesis from a mother's philosophical point of view for the character Shinji. Shinji is the main character of Evangelion, which shows kind of the history of not being able to talk about your emotions, because he does live in Japan, the emotions he can't talk to people about, which is seen throughout the whole show and movies. And throughout alienation from him being the 3rd child and piloting a giant humanoid creature to a brink of existential crisis about his own identity. And while the majority of us aren't saving the world, many of us are dealing with identity issues. The significance of A Cruel Angel's Thesis and Neon Genesis is to be okay with having flaws, and that you are too a human with emotions. Which is why A Cruel Angel's Thesis is such an important song, because it could also relate to people that had our own emotional and mental struggles. So the fact that Neon Genesis openly talks about the struggle of people is really incredible. So the fact that Neon Genesis is one of the first animes that can openly talk about the struggle of emotional and mental health throughout the show, especially with the character Shinji, is really incredible when it comes to anime and just in general. That's what differentiates Neon Genesis and A Cruel Angel's Thesis from other animes. It opens up a space for you to talk about, you know, your feelings and how you can relate to certain characters. In A Cruel Angel's Thesis, this opening sequence again, it's sort of an uplifting song with a motherly kind of tone to it, with lyrics such as "Embrace this universe and shine, boy become a legend," as if the mother, which is this Cruel Angel's Thesis is sung from a motherly perspective, is trying to help and say that it's okay to be like this, embrace this universe, aka yourself, and shine. Well, that's the end of it, folks. The history of A Cruel Angel's Thesis and Neon Genesis Evangelion. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, and make sure to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.